Outside, there is nothing but the sound of heavy rain, a constant and monotonous noise filling the space. From time to time, this torrential sound is interrupted by the thunder, which echoes around and shakes the atmosphere after each flash of lightning. Meanwhile, the fierce wind joins the symphony, rattling the window and making the view through it completely unclear, adding to the sense of isolation and calm imposed by the stormy weather. In Zane's left hand is a cigarette, and in his right is a hot ginger drink. Suddenly, this cacophony is pierced by a loud and persistent knocking on the front door. "Who is it?" Zane asks, but there is no answer, and the knocking intensifies. "Calm down, whoever you are. I'm coming," Zane shouts. As Zane reaches the door, the knocking stops, the rain ceases, the wind settles, and there is no more thunder. Zane opens the door quickly, but there is no one outside, only an old yellow envelope with a cigarette burn mark on it, lying on the ground. What is this? Zane wondered. Zane examined the envelope in his hand while sitting in the relaxation chair, trying to figure out what was inside or who the sender might be. There was nothing but a cigarette burn mark on the envelope. "I'll open the letter and see what's inside," Zane said to himself. He opened the sealed envelope and found a dust-covered folded letter with a small handwritten note on the folded part that read, "Do not read what is inside unless you are fully aware. Your life will not be the same after you read it. If you are unstable or weak, put the letter in an envelope without knowing its contents and place it on the door of anyone who does not live in your neighborhood and whom you do not know at all. Otherwise, read it at your own risk." "I will muster my courage," Zane said to himself. "I must read what's inside this letter, no matter what. But what if I'm alert? I feel so sleepy. I'll read it tomorrow and..." Suddenly, Zane felt a warmth and light in his eyes. He blinked and found himself awake in daylight with the sun shining on his face. "What is this? Did I fall asleep on the couch without realizing it? My neck and joints hurt. It seems like I was dreaming. But wait, what's this paper on my chest? Could I have read it last night without knowing? If I wasn't dreaming and everything that happened last night was real..." Zane sat for a few minutes to comprehend what had happened to him last night. He decided to have his coffee and breakfast first before reading the letter. Without looking at its contents, he placed the letter face down on the table in front of him and went about his morning routine. You who are reading this letter of your own free will, have you decided to read it because you believe you are not mentally disturbed? If that is your conviction, think again, for no madman admits or knows that he is mad. The more severe the psychological illness becomes, the more the madman denies his insanity. This was how the letter in Zane's hand began. The letter was delivered to you by someone as mad as you, or perhaps even more insane. I'm sure of it. Curiosity is deadly, but this madman must believe you are sane, which is good. It's good that others think you're sane. Since you dared to read these words, more messages will follow for you, but they will be encrypted. They will be conveyed to you by people you don't know, whom I have placed everywhere. They will tell you what you must do to end the story safely. If you neglect a message, fail to understand it, or do anything foolish, then await your inevitable fate, death. And so the letter ended. Zane folded the letter with a wry smile, thinking to himself, the world is full of crazies. Who is this lunatic, and what a tasteless joke this is? He decided to take a warm shower and then go about his day. Just as Zane finished his shower and got dressed, he was about to leave when he heard a knock at the door. Who is it? Who's knocking? It's the delivery man, sir. Delivery of what? A pizza delivery. I didn't order any pizza. Please open the door, sir. Zane opened the door with a puzzled look on his face. He said, "Excuse me, I didn't order any pizza." The delivery man replied, "How come? Aren't you Zane?" Zane answered, "Yes, but I didn't order any pizza." The delivery man firmly said, "Don't say that just to avoid tipping. I don't want your tip. Here's your pizza. Goodbye." He handed him the pizza and left. Zane entered his home again and closed the door tightly, holding the pizza in his hands. Ah, it's nice to get a free pizza, he thought. I'll save it for dinner. What kind of pizza is it, I wonder? Let's see. He opened the pizza box and found a message along with the pizza. The message read, "How was your sleep on the couch last night? Did you think I was joking with you? This is not a prank. This is where the fun begins. Welcome to the real world. As I told you, do not ignore any message. And this pizza is a token of our friendship." After reading these words, Zane broke into a cold sweat. Ah, what is this? This isn't a joke. Who's watching me? Is there a camera inside? Who is this person? Ah, I wish I hadn't opened that letter, he thought, feeling a wave of fear and anxiety wash over him. Zane sat for a moment to gather his thoughts. I must stay alert to figure out who this person is, or at the very least, understand these encrypted messages, he thought to himself, determined to stay vigilant. Zane left his house and saw the elderly street cleaner staring at him and saying, "Have a good day." Oh, what does he mean by that? Zane thought to himself, I must respond to his message if he's one of them. I'll smile. Yes, I'll smile. He then said, "And may your day be even better, sir," with a smile on his face. Ah, that went smoothly. I wonder what's next? I must stay alert, Zane thought as he continued on his way. As he walked down the street, he found himself greeting or being greeted by everyone he saw. Each time he started to wonder, is this the person? What should I do? He became increasingly paranoid, questioning whether each person he encountered was part of the mysterious game he found himself in.